I've been thinking a lot lately about middle school, high school lunches. Really, I've been thinking about hot lunch. I feel like they still have to have hot lunch, right? I don't know. It's been about 1,000,000 years since I've been in school. But I always remember a few things being on the menu. One that sticks out, like those chicken patty burgers. And I feel like I want to try and update a little bit of the chicken patty. I saw this recipe that this woman had developed for what she called a chicken smash burger, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. So that's what I want to make today. One element of the sandwich just really pushed me over the edge. It's made with chicken thighs, and I'm going to include the skin into the patty. My mind is blown, but I can only imagine the flavor that it gives this patty. I'm going to find the recipe from her blog, and I will link it down below in the description if you want to check it out. Now we can get started. What I've got here are my thighs. I have got just some skin on. These were bone in, but I just deboned them, just took the bone right out with a paring knife. So I have my thighs here, no bone, but the skin is on. And what I'm gonna do now is cut them into little bite-sized pieces, but keeping the skin with the chicken, and just cut them into little bites. And then put them over to the side here. I've got all my little bite-sized chickies here right on a plate. What I'm gonna do is flash freeze these just for a bit. I want to put them in the freezer just like this for like a half an hour, 45 minutes. Because we're gonna put them in my food processor, I don't want them to be so soft, but I don't want them to be frozen either. So we're just gonna harden these up a bit. It's been about half an hour, and now I've got my little nuggets here, and I've got my food processor. If you don't have a food processor, I feel like you can still do this. It just might take a lot more effort and work, but I'm going to do this in batches, like one layer around the bottom, blitz it up just a little bit so it gets a little bit of a, not a fine course on it, but definitely you want it to be mixed in. The blades will catch the skin and make it all kind of worked into the chicken, and it will just be like perfection. And I'm just gonna put each batch into my bowl here. And here we go, we have got our chicken. It's a very rough grind. Definitely don't puree this, just, you know, keep on pulsing it in your food processor. But if you're doing this with a knife, you could just like chop, 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 and you should get the same results. It just might take you a bit longer. But now we've got all this, we can now start to form our patties. I have cut out some pieces of parchment paper, and if you want to get some sort of mold, you want it to be about, well, ideally it would be a little bigger or the same size as the bun that you're using. What we're gonna do in the mold here is get our chicken. We want to kind of form it into the mold. So there we go. Got my little chicken patty here, but this is a smash burger patty. Instead of smashing it in the pan, I'm gonna do it on the parchment paper. So once I have this right here, I'm gonna take another piece that I have, put it on top, and get something flat. Just got my plate, and I'm gonna push it. So it flattens it just a bit, and I want it to about 1/4 of an inch. Yes, you can see this is much bigger than the bun, but these are going to shrink up, so we want it bigger. But it's got that smash burger quality to it where you're gonna get all these craggy edges, and it's gonna get crispy and just so delicious. And because it's thighs, they're gonna be juicy. It's really hard to overcook chicken thigh, so that's another reason why it's great using thighs. Plus they just have way more flavor. You want the thighs, the thick, juicy thighs. So I have got 4 patties out of that mixture. It was about 2 pounds-ish, give or take. And since I'm only doing one for me today, I now have 3 other patties that are all fine and good to go. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. They'll last a few months. Also going to liberally salt and pepper this side. When we put it in the pan, we're gonna put this side down and then season the other side. So now we can get over to the stove. Fully expecting this to make a complete mess and be really loud, I will just walk you through what I'm gonna do and then I'll let you just watch. So I have my cast iron pan here heating up on a medium heat. I just have enough vegetable oil to kind of coat the bottom. Cook it for 4 to 5 minutes. Season the top while the bottom is cooking. When that is nice and brown and crunchy and beautiful on that side, I'm gonna flip it over and cook for the same amount of time on the other side. You want the internal temperature to be 165 if you're taking the temperature. So I'm just gonna wait for my oil to heat up. Assembly. Bottom bun. Got some Kewpie mayonnaise. Gotta have pickles. Even though it's not technically fried chicken, it's fried enough and I want some pickles. We've got our crunchy patty. There's a little bit right here that's kind of hanging over and I don't want it to hang over, so might as well just try. Oh my goodness. And since it's technically like a smash burger, we need some cheese. So I have the typical slice of an American single. A little more mayo on the top and crown your king. And that is the updated school lunch chicken patty sandwich 2.0 billion. This looks good. I've got this beautiful sandwich. Look at the crunch on that thing. Oof, I can't wait. I'm going in. I feel like I have to put my hair up for this. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. How have I never thought of this before? This is genius. Something different. It's chicken. You do not miss the beef at all, and I never thought I'd say that. It's so crunchy. I approve of this. And you will too. You should make them. Enjoy.